The Virtual Boys have been playing Nintendo since they were little. These many years of experience have made them experts in the field, or at least they think so. Join them this week as they talk about future Nintendo Labo expansions and accessory upon accessory for the Switch. You're listening to the Virtual Boys Podcast, a Nintendo podcast about Nintendo things by Nintensity. This podcast is done by four friends that talk about anything and everything Nintendo. Check out the website at nintensity.com and be sure to follow us on social media. Be sure to subscribe and share the show with your friends. Oh, of course, enjoy the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Boys Podcast, a Nintendo podcast about Nintendo things. This is episode 84. I'm your host, David. You see, the Switch will have all of these cool accessories like
a tennis racket, and a baseball bat, and a frying pan, and a fly swatter. So many things.
All included in Nintendo Labo.
Yeah, each bow is all of the different things that'll be added. They add a bow for everything.
Particularly the Robo-Bot.
So you're telling me we're going to get a giant drill bot like Kirby does?
Please, I hope so. I want to dig into my bedroom carpet.
Is that, Skylar, I think that would be like the only Nintendo Labo that you actually buy is if you get a Kirby mech, right?
Get a Kirby mech Labo. Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they just do that for the robot? Just make a Kirby mech. It would have been so much better. It's like two birds, one stone, easy advertising. Come on, Nintendo.
Another Kirby game. A good one. Because when you put Kirby in a mech, the game is just that much better already.
Mechs make everything better.
Yeah.
Everything.
We won't talk about things that it hasn't made better because there are none. Well,
it's like this is just an impossibility right there.
Well, this bit has gone on long enough. Anyway, I'm back, and since Jordan unfortunately isn't able to join us since he has other stuff to do, I stand unchallenged and resume my position as in charge, I guess, since he kind of took that away from me last week, but that's okay because it's gone.
So you killed him.
Yep. That's why he's not here.
The truth floweth forth.
Well, this week we're going to be talking about some future stuff because Nintendo actually hasn't given us any news, really, to talk about. And if you can't tell by this new release schedule, we are changing the days that we're recording. Instead of doing Thursdays, we'll be doing Tuesdays, so you can look forward to that. But before we jump into the actual episode content, just want to remind you to check out our Patreon page. These episodes will still be going up early, even with this different schedule, at patreon.com/Nintensity for those that support us. And of course, if you want to talk about this episode and other fun things, come to our Discord community at nintendo.city/Discord. Well, let's make a Mario. Let's do a Mario and jump right in.
You probably can make a Mario with Labo.
Side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
Do the Mario. So anyway, the theme of this episode pretty much comes in part, or at least builds upon the idea that Nintendo Switch has possibly, at this point, already surpassed Wii U lifetime sales worldwide. An analyst took to Twitter to say, analysts say that Nintendo might have sold 7 million Switch units in October and December globally, which would bring the life-to-date figure at more than 14.6 million units. And that's already more than the Wii U, and the Wii U is around for quite a while.
Yeah. Wasn't the Wii U more than 13-something million or something like that?
Something like that. 13.8 or something.
Yeah. So that's definitely over. I mean, we won't know until the financial report. I think they have one at the end of this month. Maybe not though, but that's still incredible. I mean, you go from the laughing stock of the gaming community for the most part.
Nintendo should drop out of the console industry.
Well, I mean, even people who were covering Nintendo who would love Nintendo their whole life, some of them were contemplating that. I mean, I don't think any of us here thought that. But there were some who did, that maybe it was best that they do just switch to software. But obviously, maybe obviously that wasn't Nintendo's idea. Nintendo had bigger plans, and I'm glad they finally found something that is working for them. And hopefully with Labo, they'll see even more success.
For sure. So with this success, like, I think we could talk briefly about some of the future upgrades to the base system itself. I'm not talking about UI changes, because you guys already talked about like how they could fix the eShop, and we already know that the Switch's operating system is very minimalistic, with some tweaks that could be made in the near future, like folders and better options for archiving and all this other type of stuff. But what kind of physical stuff do you think that they'll release, since the Switch has already done so well? I mean, kind of like how the 3DS had multiple different versions. What kind of things do you think that they'll be doing with the Switch?
So I guess kind of just following up with what we were talking about last week, and Switch Mini is probably a good bet. Something easy for kids to tote around, something a little bit less breakable, not having the controllers come off and on, that kind of thing. But cheaper overall. I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, we got the 2DS, which got rid of the hinge on the 3DS and took away the 3D power. So a smaller screen for kids to play on their Switch with would be fine. The thing that is a little confusing with like some of the ideas going around for this design is, would this Switch be dockable? I think it would have to be, but parents would have to get an extra controller or something just for the kids.
Yeah, if the Switch Mini with the specs that people were describing could be true, I actually think it would be dockable. Obviously, that it kind of takes away one of the key things of the Switch, is that you could play big games on the TV or on the go. But this way, it would just be on the go, and it could be for the little ones. However, I think the thing that actually sets this back is the fact that the Joy-Cons are not detachable. I mean, I'm not saying there's an actual, patent out there for this thing already, but this is just like what the rumors or people are saying. Is it even rumors? Is this a rumored thing?
No, I don't think it's a rumor thing. I'm pretty sure it's just like an idea. Yeah, like the likely path that Nintendo might take.
Okay. Yeah. I actually, while I think it'd be, personally, I think it'd be a good idea to have, a Switch with non-detachable Joy-Con. I think that part of the selling point of it is the detachable controllers and how that can play with Labo and everything. And obviously, if this Switch Mini would be for kids, well, wouldn't the Labo be for kids as well? And I guess you can argue that they cater to different groups, but I don't think they want to compete with themselves in that way. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, I think that you bring up a good point, especially with Labo's focus on children. I mean, they require Joy-Con to work, and so if you're suddenly telling parents, hey, you have to pay an extra $80 because you got your kids the Switch for kids, that won't go over some parents' heads too well. But in other aspects of the community, a lot of parents might have their own Switch or have gotten Switches for like some of the teenagers. Right. And it'd be like, well, let them use the Joy-Cons for that or something. But maybe we'll see a price drop on Joy-Con in the future, perhaps, to mitigate this. I don't know. It's definitely up in the air. But then again, if it's a different size Switch, some of the Labo builds let you slot the Switch screen without the Joy-Cons right into place. If it's a different size, that Switch won't fit in. So
that's true.
Maybe they'd have to remake a bunch of these just for that type of Switch, or the Switch won't happen at all. I don't know.
Yeah. Another possibility is the opposite, making a bigger Switch, which that's another one that I'm not too sure on. But having a bigger screen in portable mode probably wouldn't be too bad. And I wonder if larger would equal more powerful.
Yeah.
But then again, would we have a new Nintendo 3DS thing going on where there'd be exclusive games? And I don't know. How would you guys feel about that?
Yeah, see, and that's the part that gets me with the larger / more powerful version of the Switch. It just doesn't scream consumer friendly for a lot of these games. Oh, you already have that Switch? Well, too bad. You can't play I don't know, GTA 7 or whatever the future's going to have. Like, you have to have the new, better Switch in order to play some of these big, huge hitting games. And I don't think that'll appeal to a lot of developers because they'll have to miss out on some of the install base if they opt for the more powerful system. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a very Nintendo-y move for a big home console to up the power.
I mean, Nintendo's done it before. I mean, they even had people upgrade their N64s.
That's true.
Not even that either. Other companies are doing it right now, and it seems like Nintendo's been trying to be very competitive with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it might come along, and like you already said, you referenced the example of the new Nintendo 3DS, which Nintendo has already done, and excludes a few things like Super Nintendo games on your 3DS for some reason, along with Xenoblade Chronicles and enhancements for other games, that kind of thing. So it's not too far off. I just don't think we'll see it soon. I think we'll see it later. I'd personally like an iteration with a better battery life, but that'd be me.
Yeah. So we all. I mean, I guess you do bring up a good point where Sony and Microsoft have both done that for their current gen consoles. You got the PS4 Pro, and you've got the Xbox One X, which they tout are the same generation, but they will supposedly have more exclusives and other features as we approach.
Well, are there any exclusives for PS4 Pro and Xbox One X that don't have to do with VR?
The Kojima game might. I can't remember if
Death
that
Stranding?
one's going to be a Pro exclusive.
I wonder. I mean, it's definitely graphically and technically very powerful and taxing.
Yeah.
So I guess I wouldn't be too surprised if that's the case. But as far as I understand, I'm pretty sure it's just standard PS4. But again, I could be wrong.
I wonder if they're just going for the kind of thing where it's like if you have this version, you have a more enhanced version of these games.
I think that's exactly what it is.
As opposed to this, you can only play this game this way if you have this console.
And I think that would be the best way for Nintendo to go about if they were to make a larger, more powerful Switch. I mean, I don't know how that would work with cartridges per se, but that would be the best way to go about it. I think you would really hurt the large fan base you have, and the 3DS had a large fan base as well. But I don't know. I guess I'm more of the mindset that unless it's like a next generation thing, it's a bad idea to make an improvement that excludes your recent fan base. But then again, Nintendo is Nintendo, and they'll do what they want, just like they did with the 3DS. So
yeah.
But
I mean, if they make a more powerful Switch, I'll definitely double dip. But that's also because I've had my Switch since day one. So
right. I mean, I probably will. And like Skylar said, it's probably not going to be for a while. But it would be nice to have some more power in my Switch. And the memory card thing is not an issue right now because I have you can replace the memory card and stuff like that. But when you first get it, having more memory to begin with would be nice as well. So there's obviously some improvements they can make with a newer model.
Makes sense to me. So moving along this idea of future things that Nintendo can do, let's talk about some future Nintendo Switch accessories. I mean, with the Wii, we got tons upon tons upon tons upon tons of accessories from, all the way from different things to plug into the Wii remotes, the Wii Motion Plus. We got the Wii Fit balance board. We got the strange official Nintendo racket accessories to make your Wii remotes actually look like whatever you were playing in Wii Sports and stuff.
I think I have some actually. I mean, they're like, cheap things, but like golf club and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with a ton of different accessories for the Switch, and I know that they came out with like a drawing tablet for the Wii U and a couple of other things.
That was for the Wii.
Oh, that was for the Wii.
Wait a minute, a drawing tablet for the Wii U. It came with a drawing tablet.
Oh yeah. The Wii U definitely did come with. Maybe that's why THQ failed. At least Nintendo's like, yeah, here you have a drawing tablet with every console.
Okay.
Oh wow! All right.
Well, there we go.
So I guess the future of Nintendo Switch accessories, you're going to be making them yourself. I'm just going to say that. So
say that right now.
Just make that right out of cardboard. all your accessories.
No. Excuse you. They're going to give you a whole bunch of 3D printing material. They'll give you the schematics. Then you have to go find a 3D printing lab. Then you have to build the circuitry yourself on the inside. Go and forge all of the little pieces, and then you're good. That's the future of Nintendo.
Plastic is too good for these people. They need cardboard.
No, Skylar. The cardboard is just the start. Nintendo can save on so much manufacturing if they have you make it yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And then they can also release those kits that offer different colors and things.
And they just have you pay for it. Pay for the schematics, and then you can go make it yourself.
Yep.
Well, now that we're on the subject of Labo, so before we go into things that non-cardboard related, I kind of want to just mention like some possible Labo accessories in the future.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or at least just some ideas. And obviously, the first ones that come to mind are Nintendo based, and I know that people will be worried that this is going to replace the next Zelda or the next Mario game or something like that. That'll never happen.
No.
But I think it would be cool if they were to take some aspects or just make it an own little mini game for some of these main big series titles like Mario. I wonder what they could do. I mean, I guess you could make a Mario hat out of cardboard, but how would that work with the Joy-Con? I don't know.
We'll just have your Kirby Robo. You'll have your Mario. You'll get a flood backpack, and you can go spray things.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And make it out of cardboard, and then you'll have Legend of Zelda Skyward Board, and you'll make a cardboard sword, and then you can swing that around like in Skyward Sword, but it'll be more accurate because you're using Joy-Cons.
Yes,
and
maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. I mean,
doubt not the Joy-Con.
I doubt. Anyway, but one idea I had was, or at least maybe you or Jordan said it, Skylar, or maybe I saw it on Twitter. I can't remember, but having the Poltergeist 3000 as or 2000 or whatever it was called as kind of a cardboard thing. I mean, obviously there'd be some pieces there that aren't cardboard, but something to make it work. I mean, you can just have the head of the vacuum, but that'd be cool.
I mean, I think they could even take the camera and make like the camera one that comes with the base set. They could do something with that to make a Pokemon Snap like game.
Ooh,
that'd be cool. They do have a camera
actually moving the camera, right? That's what I'm saying. Like that camera or some other camera design can be used to actually like take pictures of Pokemon. It's more motion control based. I think that'd be pretty cool for a Pokemon Snap remake.
Yeah, I think these are all good ideas because to me, Nintendo Labo just kind of seems very 1-2 switch to me.
Mm-hmm.
If they somehow start incorporating their other franchises into it, I think it could be even more of a popular commodity.
Yeah, I think it'd have broader appeal for sure.
Yeah, much broader appeal, and it probably would bring in some of the older children at heart crowd, as they would say, as they say.
Now,
I think it would be a very smart idea for them to do that.
Now, as for things that are non-Nintendo series related, unless you guys have ones you want to bring up, I thought maybe some musical instruments, maybe like an air guitar kind of a thing would be cool. Or maybe you can actually, because some of these things have string, like the robot one, it has string. So maybe the Joy-Con can somehow register which notes you're plucking on the guitar, and you can have kind of a guitar simulator. Not like Rock Band, but just
telling me, James?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that they're going to make a Wii Music Nintendo Labo?
They're gonna make
done.
Wii Music 2.
I tell you, it's happening. Because if you look at the video, there's a moment where you have like 10 or 12, whatever, people in a row, and they're all doing different things with the Labo. And one of them is just waving his arms around like he's conducting. What do you need with cardboard to wave it? Did you just make a baton? Is that what you made with the cardboard? Like, look at me. Like, what? I don't know. Like, I wonder if they just like said, stand there and do something with your arms. And that's what he did. Or is he actually conducting something? Is that the future of Wii Music? I don't know.
I just want to conduct the Legend of Zelda theme to a virtual orchestra again, and have everybody get mad at me when I just hold a note. You know, they're all like, "What are we doing?" David, hey. Okay, here we go. Then you go really fast. And you're like, "What the heck?
I can't hold my breath anymore." I'm running out of bowstring.
But I think my idea is definitely the guitar. I think that'd be a really cool idea.
That would be really cool.
Third party it up, Guitar Hero Labo. It'll be great. Oh,
hey, that could be interesting. Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I do think that Nintendo Labo might have some third-party stuff coming in the future. Reggie said that they have nothing to announce or something like that with third-party support, but he was mostly concerned, like, we want to make sure these two kits do well by themselves before we continue this line. So I think that if it does do well, Nintendo will try to open this up to third parties for sure. Oh. And so with those third-party things, we could start seeing, like, you know, Nintendo Labo being tied into GarageBand, like Skylar mentioned. Like, I feel like that's a pretty real possibility. Not necessarily, like, as good as an actual Guitar Hero guitar controller or whatever, but I think they could definitely do stuff like that with third parties.
I think it's definitely a possibility. Another thought I had that I just remembered is airplanes. Like having like a little air. I mean, you probably have to make sure you couldn't or you shouldn't, you know, throw them. They're not paper airplanes. They maybe they'll act like an airplane in the game. Anyway, just another thought. But
Nintendo's gonna have to start releasing the covers again for Joy-Cons.
Oh man, that'd be a sad day when that happens again.
Whoops, yeah, you probably shouldn't throw it at your TV. Oopsie doopsies. Okay. I can just imagine the phone call to Nintendo support. Yeah, we got your airplane kit, and my kid threw it at the TV as he was playing, and it broke. Nintendo's like, not again.
I'm sorry, sir. We gave you wrist straps this time. Deal with it.
They're good wrist straps. We made sure to make them nice and thick.
They went through much hours testing, yes.
This is 2 generations worth of wrist strap testing.
We know what we're doing by this point.
Yeah. What else about Nintendo Labo's future? Is there what else could we maybe expect? I mean, I think we've covered quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we really have. I mean, you really never know. I mean, yeah. I'm trying to think of wacky things, like maybe some sort of kitchen.
The future of Nintendo Labo is a stage in Super Smash Brothers. The next one for Switch.
And I mean, the short answer to all of this, what could happen with Nintendo Labo in the future, is we have no clue, because Nintendo just kind of threw this out there. Yeah. And I don't think anybody in their wildest dreams would think, Nintendo's going to sell cardboard cutouts with games to play with them for the Nintendo Switch. It's like, it came out of nowhere. I was like, hey, this is a really cool idea. It's like, yeah. I saw a meme after it came out. It's like, us living in 2018. Nintendo's totally going to reveal GameCube Virtual Console. And then it's like, Nintendo actually living in 3018. Here is cardboard. Oh, they're advanced. I just have to say real quick that I love all of the memes and coverage that Labo has gotten on Twitter and stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys have actually looked around and seen it, but like, you can see all these people take funny images of the rest of the gaming industry. It's all like VR stuff with all the huge helmets and gigantic data cables connected to the computer. Like, yeah, 4K, virtual reality. And Nintendo's like, cardboard. Yeah, we're making robot suits out of cardboard. It's pretty awesome.
I just kept seeing memes. It's like, this now for Nintendo's press conference, a bunch of cardboard gets like thrown onto the stage. And the price tag appears above it. It's like $80. You're like, oh. Super funny.
That's pretty great. Miyamoto like comes out of this cardboard fort. He's like, "Look what I built, guys!"
He comes out with like the Master Sword, but Master Sword.
He's like cardboard armor on.
Yep,
this is great.
He's wearing the cardboard robot suit, with the Master Sword in his hand,
Cardboard
and a Mario
Pikmin.
hat made of cardboard. It'll be
And then
great.
Enuma comes out on a Master Cycle made out of cardboard.
Oh my word. We've gone too far. Oh, no, I mean, no,
This is the
It's
future
pretty
of
hilarious.
Labo.
There we go. We figured it out, guys.
Figured it out.
Master
You'll be
Cycle
making your
that
own
you can ride.
Actually, can I have that?
Please.
Can I have?
So yeah, I think the Labo has a future, especially if it sells well.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what Nintendo ends up doing in the future. Hey, it's me, David, your good friend. I was trying something new with that, and I don't think it really went over too well. Anyway, I'm just hopping in the middle of the episode, as per usual, just to give you a few reminders and let you know a few things that are going on. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, we are switching our recording schedule, which means we're switching our release schedule as well. The episodes for the past long while have been going up pretty much consistently on Monday morning. That's going to change to Friday morning. This is because I have commitments Thursday nights, and so we can't record on Thursdays anymore, so we're going to record on Tuesdays. And with that, I'll have plenty of time to make sure the episode gets out by Friday. Beyond that, we want to just remind you to check out our Patreon page. I know we bring this up a lot, but it's one of the easiest ways for you to help support us. Other ways to support us that are easier would just be sharing the show and telling your friends about us. If you go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Nintensity, you can see some of the rewards that we have set up. For example, for just a couple of dollars a month, I think it's actually just one, you'll unlock access to our patron-only Discord channel, where you can talk with us about the episode, and we'll ask for some of your feedback for future ideas for the podcast and for our YouTube channel and all of those other things. For $5 a month, you can get early access to these episodes, a couple of days, hopefully, if my schedule permits, to listen to this before everybody else does. Again, that's patreon.com/Nintensity, and we're working on other rewards that we can offer in the future, perhaps something to do with live streams and playing games online with us and other such things. Stay tuned for that. Beyond just that, check out our social network pages on Facebook and Twitter. We've been posting all of our site articles and site news and stuff on there so that you're in the loop with the stuff that we're doing. And that's kind of all I've got this time. I know that we don't really ever talk about much more than just sharing the show in these mid-segments, but I just wanted to let you know that I really do appreciate all the support that we've been given. The last month, we've increased in popularity quite a bit, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that's listening and for everybody that shared the show with their friends. It definitely means a lot. I guess that's all that I really have this week. Again, thank you so much for your continued support and for listening to the Virtual Voice podcast. All four of us definitely appreciate it. Anyway, I'll let you guys get back to the discussion we've been having on Nintendo accessories. Talk to you later. So now let's go to non-cardboard related things. And I'm not talking about plastic, do-it-yourself type stuff that we mentioned earlier, but like actual accessories that Nintendo could release. I mean, Nintendo has been about quality of life products for the last few years, or at least I've seen a couple of articles show up that's like, Nintendo's new quality of life product is a sleep tracker that never gets released or whatever. So,
Yeah.
you know, perhaps we'll see some sort of like, you know, super broad product, kind of like Wii Fit and Wii Fit U. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't want to release something like that when they already have the technology. I'm not saying that it's a given that we're going to get Nintendo Switch Fit U. I don't know what the actual title would be, but
Just call it Switch Fit.
But, I mean, since Wii Fit Trainer is a character in Super Smash Bros., it would just be weird for her to not have another game. Oh, wait, they already do that with, like, Captain Falcon.
Yes, Lucas.
All of our poor boys that haven't gotten games in forever. So maybe they don't need to. So Smash Bros. is a bad indication of that. But anyway, what do you guys think about some sort of quality of life product?
So, for me, it's hard to say what it will be. Even with the success that Wii Fit had, obviously they got burnt with Wii Fit U. I mean, I think they just handled it very poorly.
Yeah.
But I wonder. I mean, maybe they're just saving it, and maybe they will release it because there is still a health conscious, I think, big demographic out there who would love to have a thing that tells them they're fat or skinny or whatever. It's just, there is people out there. I just don't know if that's what Nintendo wants to do because it's predictable.
Yeah.
This track your sleep thing, it's like, okay, that's cool. and it's unpredictable, but why? I mean, hey, they'll figure out something to make it interesting, I assume, but
my Fitbit already records how well I sleep.
Right, everyone already has something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I honestly I can't say what it could be, but they keep emphasizing the fact that yes, we're working on quality of life products. So okay, I guess we'll see
if they ever come out.
Yeah.
Would you buy one, Skylar?
No. I have my Woo.
That's all you need.
I have a Woo. I have a pedometer. 2 pedometers. I think I'm good. Still got my Pokewalker. I think we're good.
Oh yeah.
So wait. So if you have 2 pedometers and you read them in, does it count both of them if you walk through both of them?
Well, you see,
so it's like that's a double steps.
One of them is a Wii Fit U Pokewalker, and the other one's a Pokewalker. So, so they read to 2 different sources. It's kind of weird.
That is kind of weird.
I wonder what I did with my Pokewalker. It's been missing for years. Anyway, that's a little random.
That's next another Pokewalker. That's the next Switch Pokewalker.
I would definitely get one.
Switch Fit Walker.
That's how I got like some of the Pokemon for my team back with Heart Gold and Soul Silver was with my Pokewalker, and they gave me some good items, and I felt like I was playing the game at like all times. And when I wasn't allowed to take my DS to school, I would just take my Pokewalker, and it's like, Mom, it's in my pocket. You can't find it.
Augmented reality.
Found a Pikachu.
Oh wait, that's Pokemon Go.
Except Pokemon Go doesn't work with my 3DS.
Yeah, I know. Freaking, you'll be able to transfer your Pokemon to the games. That never happened, and probably never will. Oh well. I fired up Pokemon Go for the first time today after a couple of months.
Oh, really?
It was exciting to get a whole bunch of notifications about how gym battles have changed and how there are a million more Pokemon that I can catch. And as I was walking around, I'm like, oh my gosh, there are Gen 3 Pokemon everywhere, Gen 2 Pokemon everywhere. I don't want to catch them all anymore. I already did that with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and Sun and Moon. I have a living dex that actually matters. Nah, but anyway, back to Nintendo Switch accessories. They're definitely going to keep making different colors of Joy-Con. Don't you guys agree with that? Like,
I think they just need to. I mean, just today I was, I should switch to my gray ones, and I had it on the train. I was just looking at it. I was like, man, this is boring. I think I'm having less fun with the gray ones. This is not okay.
The gray ones also take away from my ability to have fun. I don't see the beautiful blue ones that I painted myself. It's like there's a certain pride in having these colors. It's like you have the yellow ones. Oh my gosh, those things will blind you.
Yeah, they are very bright.
Piss yellow.
Skylar, didn't your brother get those like as his first set of Joy-Con? Or the yellow ones?
he got the he got the blue and red one.
Okay.
As his first set. I got the yellow ones just because there wasn't anything else, and I got the Splatoon 2 ones.
Nice.
So you have 6 Joy-Con? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I don't have enough for the. Oh wait, never mind.
And don't you have 2 Pro controllers as well? The Splatoon and Xenoblade 1?
Yeah.
Wow, you have lots of controllers.
I have enough controllers for everybody to play Bomberman now.
Great.
So that's what I wanted.
I mean, well, and we'll probably get more Pro controllers as well. But those are probably like a given thing. Now, I think
if there's a Zelda one. Oh.
I know, right? That was so disappointing when they didn't have a Zelda one. But I got my Xenoblade and others, so it's fine. But I think that once Smash comes out eventually, we'll get some,
GameCube support.
Yeah, we'll get GameCube support. Now, will they make a new controller? I don't know. I think they may just like say, hey, we have the one from the Wii U. It's just, it's just GameCube controller with the symbol on it, and just repackage it. And that, that'll be good to go.
Well, I mean, with that, there was a software update a few months ago that actually made that adapter work with the Switch. Mm-hmm. It didn't have actual analog capability on the sticks, but because of like an update they made to allow USB controllers to work, it enabled the entire adapter. So that framework is already in the Switch, so they just have to kind of give it a go. So I think you're right saying they're not going to make a new adapter. They'll just print more of the one that they've already made.
Exactly. I think it just comes down to, if they decide to change the design of the Joy-Con, which it would be really cool, but at this point, especially with Labo, I don't think it's plausible. But what do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I remember seeing a few months ago, somebody on Twitter drew this like mock-up design that had some various different types of Joy-Cons for different types of games. One had like camera options for Pokemon Snap. Another one had some sort of ability to work with Pikmin. One of them was like basically half of a GameCube controller that you could slide onto your Switch for GameCube Virtual Console, and there were a few others. And I mean, if they do GameCube Virtual Console, a lot of people will be expecting some sort of analog controller adapter, but considering Nintendo Labo is coming out and they're showing us all these cool things that the Joy-Cons are capable of with like these different accessories, I feel like we won't be seeing a whole lot of different Joy-Con types. Like, I think that's not as plausible as it was before we saw Nintendo Labo. Does that make sense?
Yes. Makes total sense.
Yeah, even if they do have a GameCube VC, and if they bring support for the GameCube adapter, and they could just make more GameCube controllers like we've already said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still cheaper than buying a new Joy-Con anyway.
And I mean, going back to controller colors and designs and things, James, you mentioned that when Smash Bros. Comes out, they'll have to do, give us that ability to have the GameCube adaptation. But also, when Smash Bros. For Wii U came out on the Wii U, they also released a bunch of different colors and schemes of the Joy-Con, as well as the new GameCube. So perhaps we'll see more colors and themes for these different controllers come out when Smash Bros. Comes out, because that's kind of what we got with the Wii U.
Wait.
Or am I like didn't they come out with like the Luigi Wii remote at the same time as Smash Bros, or was that for a different thing?
That was different.
Yeah. Well, they did come out with those like wired GameCube controllers.
The GameCube pads that came out weren't Nintendo necessarily. They were like third party that you could connect to your Wii controller.
Was it Hori?
Yeah. Well, Hori is first party.
Oh, it's first party?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but
they make the peripherals for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. I have the Link one, but I imagine like second party or third party will come in and try to make some, designs for new Pro controller like controllers. I don't think anybody's going to touch the Joy-Con unless it's Nintendo. I could see
it for sure, because they've already have the third party Zelda and Mario one.
Right, they do. They have those. Right. You're exactly right. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in some for Smash, or maybe even had them all, not all, but for the main series, the big series is here in America. Yeah, I can see that.
The GameCube controllers they came out with Smash for was the black one and the white one. the with the Super Smash Brothers logo on it, and it had a longer cord, which was super nice.
That was
wonderful.
The white one was only released in Japan, as far as I remember, and the black one was released to North America.
I did not know about the white one.
I had to import my white ones.
Oh.
Well, and you know what's absolutely disgusting? The official GameCube adapter for Wii U is selling on Amazon right now for $100.
$100?
$100.
Man.
New. Plus $4 of shipping. And each of the 2 Smash Bros. Controllers are also $100 each.
Wow, I invested in a good time.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
You can buy them used for $65. But man. Anyway. So please, Nintendo, if you're going to use GameCube controller support, give us more of them, and don't underprint them, undermake them like you did with the Wii U. But at the same time, I guess it was just the right amount for the Wii U because Wii U didn't sell so well. I don't know. I got one, so I'm happy. I did not get the adapter, which I should have. But I also didn't think that we were going to need it for the Switch, so it is a problem. Anyway.
So I'm trying to think of other accessories that the Switch could have, and here's the thing: this isn't the Wii, as some people may say. It's a revival of the Wii and stuff like. Yeah, sure, it has motion controls, and I guess in some cases, I guess it's more gyro, isn't it? But it doesn't have the same sort of appeal. Or what, appeal is not the right word. It doesn't have the same sort of functionality that the Wii Remote had, in that it wasn't connected to anything. It was free on its own, and you can easily put it onto something else that's plastic, or whatever. And obviously the Switch, you can take the Joy-Con off the Switch and put it into another controller or something like that. So that's, I guess, not out of the question. But I just don't see third parties willing to produce plastic like golf clubs or baseball bats for this thing. I just don't see it happening, especially since we don't see any of those type of games yet. If we were to get some sort of Wii Sports game, okay, maybe that would happen, and maybe that's in the future. But right now, that's just not plausible. I think. Something that I think would work though is how about if they ever have Internet Explorer, how about a keyboard? So what you do is you have a keyboard that has the slots on the side of it, and you can put the Joy-Cons at each side. And there you go, typing a keyboard.
Make a Labo keyboard.
Yeah, hey, why not?
Hey kids, you want to make your own keyboard so you know how keyboards work?
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Put that in every school.
Hey. Do you guys have any other?
Today, kids are going to reverse engineer the keyboard. All right.
Hey, that'd be a good idea. You guys have any accessories ideas?
I don't know. I mean, with that keyboard slotting the Joy-Con into the sides, I mean, they could do that with a couple of other different devices. I don't know exactly what, but since the Joy-Con charge with that like magnetic power or whatever, the connection type thing that it does, it's probably possible to get power from the Joy-Con, and you could put that into some other accessory. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I don't know if it's backwards compatible, like it can send energy, but if it can, that opens up a world of like toys that you can plug the Joy-Con into, so, and then you can use that.
This actually comes to we actually did an episode like this in the past, now that I'm remembering, and we talked about possible actually Switch accessories in the future. Whatever. But one of the things I mentioned was is Super Mario Maker, and I know that people would expect not to have an accessory for this, but I think it'd be kind of cool if when you have it docked, you can attach it to some other like I don't know, drawing pad or I guess tablet that acts as a second screen for the Switch when it's docked. I'm not sure how all that would work, but I imagine there's some sort of technology for that. But it would be powered.
I mean, real quick, if it's like a drawing tablet, that art students and art people use, it would have a cursor that would appear on the screen, and then you could just use your finger or a stylus and just kind of look at the screen and have it be like an extension. So I think that is possible. Anyway, sorry for cutting you off.
No. I mean, I was just gonna say it would be powered by the Joy-Con.
Okay, yeah.
But then again, I think Nintendo would be like, well, that's more money, and how many people will buy that, and the Switch is supposed to just be one screen at a time. So, but I do think that'd be a way to keep what was so great about Super Mario Maker and the gamepad. You'd be able to take that into the Switch, but then still have the Switch itself. Anyway, I don't know. That was just one idea I had, but that's like the only one I do.
I just need a confirmation of Super Mario Maker. It'll sell
That'd
really
be nice
well on the Switch.
Oh yeah, I think it would too.
So, anyway, any other accessories or things we could maybe expect from the future of the Switch now that we've come so far into the Switch's life and have at least some idea of the trajectory it probably will take, considering Nintendo Labo was thrown at us a couple weeks ago or last week. Man, it feels a lot longer than just last week.
Nah, man.
I can't think of anything else.
I think I'm good.
That's our Future of Nintendo Switch type episode where we talked only about accessories and not games, really.
A lot of cardboard.
A lot of cardboard.
A lot of boxes.
If you don't already have lots of cardboard right now, you will.
I'm saving up my cardboard just for this. Just for Labo. Labo.
No cardboard was harmed in the making of this episode.
Yeah.
No, I don't even have any really around me. I just have a box sitting up on my bed, but that's it. Cool. Well, thanks for listening to that segment of the podcast. Let's move into what we've been playing this week. I haven't changed the show notes away from break for the last 4 episodes, but it's this week, not this break. I guess I'll start. I've just been playing lots of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's kind of the game at this point that I'm playing in the background while I'm watching TV or doing something else. I started a new file, I think it was New Year's Day after I beat the game on my original file. And I was like, I don't want to go backtrack and get a whole bunch of side quests. I'd rather play the game and get the side quests and do all that stuff as I go. And so I've logged 25 hours into that file already. I just finished chapter 3, which isn't really all that far, but I already have the first 2 areas with 4-star economy ratings, and I just unlocked mercenaries. So I spent probably 10 hours salvaging before I really needed to, because I just wanted to have a lot of money. Yeah, I have a couple of rare blades that I didn't get in my last playthrough, but I'm holding off until I get at least one more party member before I use more of my rare and legendary cores. I'm excited for the DLC that's coming out this fall with the new story. I think that'll be fun. More blades will be coming with the various side quests for them. I really love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's still a toss-up right now whether I like it more than the original or not. The original holds a very special place in my heart. But yeah, wonderful, fun game. Also, I've been watching a lot of Splatoon 2 and it's actually Smash Bros. Melee tournaments, which have been really fun to watch. It's amazing the things that people can do. And I have to say, in the last 2 years, the Melee scene has actually grown away from Fox v Fox on Final Destination. Genesis was this weekend, and man, they had people running Sheik, running Marth, running Falco, running Fox, running Jigglypuff, and Pikachu. And I was like, man, what happened to the Smash Bros. Melee scene? It's almost like people learned how to play other characters. So,
you know what? Yeah. I'm not gonna play as Fox. Oh, well, surely you do Marth. No,
that's interesting.
No.
I always thought people put Fox, Falco, Marth, and what was the last one?
Jiggy?
Not Jigglypuff. Sheik. Those were always the top tier characters. I swear.
Yeah, but in the top 8, they had a freaking Pikachu and a Jigglypuff, and I was like, what the heck?
Was it Hungrybox again? Was he Jigglypuffing, or was it someone else?
Yeah, he was Jigglypuffing. I don't remember anybody
he's
else,
the
really.
only one I swear makes it that far with Jigglypuff. No one else does, I swear, because That's why I liked Hungrybox so much. You finally won with someone that wasn't Fox.
Yeah.
That's why I liked watching Hungrybox.
It was so hype when that freaking Pikachu took out a Fox player. I was like, you're my man. Thank you.
You're my bro, dude.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to.
I guess for me, I've been playing a lot of Doom. Trying to get all of the hidden secrets, which there are so many, which I didn't know before after beating the game, but there are some secrets where if you find them, you unlock old school levels of Doom.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so cool.
Is it like old school graphics?
Old school, the music's old school, everything.
Wow.
It's super cool. Like, I just find this random place in the map that's dressed up in the style of old Doom on the PC, and then you go in it, and it's like, new map unlocked. And it's like, well, what? So I went out, and I found original Doom maps. And when you unlock the secrets in the game, you unlock original Doom maps. Talk about a surprise, and talk about a great reward for playing the game. The more I play this game, the more I find and the more I fall in love with it. There's just so much of this game that goes beyond even the aesthetics. A lot of personality, a lot of things that would be required like DLC by this point.
Yeah.
And it's just in this game. It's fantastic. Doom, good job, id. Holy cow. And then, even though this is a Nintendo podcast, I've been playing a lot of Persona 5. Like, lots of Persona 5. I've fallen in love with the style. The music's so good. The art is amazing. Some ways I like it more than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Phenomenal game. If you have a PS4 and haven't played this game yet, maybe it's because of the time it takes to play it, but it's wonderful. Wonderful game.
I know I'd play it if I had a PlayStation. Totally would.
I don't know. It's so good, but I don't know. I have my apprehensions. But anyway.
No more nudity in this than there is in Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I disagree, but that's okay.
If you've unlocked the blade yet, that's the Army Brat.
The Army Brat.
Yeah, the Army Brat blade. Like the really Titan chick who's pretty much naked with the buff arms and has the sword.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, but I mean, we're talking like exposed things in Persona 5. So
like
enemies, like they're actually like chest exposed and things like that. So
I don't remember seeing that, but all right.
I mean, I obviously I haven't seen, like, if you like type in like the things. I know that's so petty of me, but for some reason I just try to stay away from that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm being a jerk or something. I don't know, but maybe I'll just get over it and play it anyway. It's definitely like, I definitely hear so much good about it. So
music's fantastic. Keep saying that. Story's finally getting to a good point. JRPGs, they get better the more time you put into them. So
that's the truth, my friend.
They kind of suck at the beginning, and then you keep playing, and you're like, oh wait, no, this is really cool. Like, you can do this now, and just everything opens up to you.
I mean, that comment just reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. So many people that I know are like, I don't get the game, I don't understand it. And me, who has read and studied the lore and everything behind the game, I'm like, it's really complicated, but it's good.
You can't tell me you understand any of that lore. You cannot tell me you understand. That lore is way too complicated.
Excuse you, any of the lore, I can at least understand some.
I can understand. Yeah, there you go. Some of it.
Goofy was there. Donald was there. I definitely remember that.
I definitely remember that. No, I mean,
Pete was there. He got turned into a cat, like a mountain lion, I think. That was awesome. But yeah, these JRPGs, it's just a bunch of JRPGs that we're playing right now. It's kind of crazy.
So, I've also been playing, actually, no, I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I guess since the last time we recorded, I've just mainly been playing Zelda and Fire Emblem. I haven't finished either of them. I'm almost done with both, actually. I'm in the last dungeon for the Zelda DLC, and still enjoying that. Some frustrating moments, but there's no what's a Zelda dungeon without frustrating moments. or at least in this case, there were some shrines that were frustrating. And then, but now
the stinking shrines making you think, Anyway.
Well, it's not even thinking. It's more like you gotta fling your switch around to get moved to gyro control the things,
yeah, that one. Yeah,
there are a couple ones. It's not even thinking. It's, I know how it's supposed to go, but you won't let me do it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like he's like, I know how this puzzle is supposed to work. Can I just do it already?
Exactly. Can I just use my controller? I can do this with the joystick. Please.
No, you can't do a joystick motion control so much.
And sorry if you're doing handheld, you're gonna have to go into...
That's what I was doing. I was doing it in handheld, and mind you, I think and sometimes I was on the train or in a car, so it's like it's
you turn a corner a little bit, and all of a sudden it shoots in one direction.
That was so frustrating.
It sucks.
It's even funnier on the train because people just give you the weirdest looks as you like flipping around your switch remote, and I just could not help myself. I just wanted to just sometimes just like out loud, but I bet the person next to me was just like super like annoyed or awkward. It's like, this, get me out of here.
This is what Nintendo wanted, James. This is exactly what they wanted. This is the
experience they intended.
Look at how much fun I'm having.
I would love to go to like a Japanese train and see people playing that, but I actually probably never see that. But anyway, so I'm still enjoying that, and hopefully I'll finish it within the next couple of days. Along with Path of Radiance, I'm on chapter 25.
Ooh, 26. You're getting there.
I think I'm on chapter 26 actually.
You're really close.
Yeah. I actually think I'll be able to finish it tomorrow if I have enough time at night, and then I can get into Radiant Dawn and maybe start doing some Let's Play stuff. We'll see. I kind of want to start doing that, but anyway,
Path of Radiance is so good.
It is so good. Like I'm wondering how if Radiant Dawn is actually better or not. Like it kind of like is in my mind. Will the Wii brand be better, or is it going to be worse? I mean, I guess I'll find out. But
it's harder.
Well, yeah, it's pretty difficult. Most of the community says though they prefer Path of Radiance to Radiant Dawn. But it's not far off of Path of Radiance.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's really good, and like David was saying, it is very difficult the first bit because they give you crap units.
Yeah. Like if you can read from your GameCube memory card when you start the game to like carry over some of the stats or whatever, do that.
Well, I mean, I would love to, but
that still doesn't help you at the beginning. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So,
David, have you played Radiant Dawn?
I have.
Oh, wow.
It's really, really hard if you don't copy your characters over. No, not quite.
Oh, okay.
I get busy, but I have played it.
I don't know if I'll be able to copy my characters over because I have to record on the Wii U instead of the Wii because the wires aren't working for some reason for my capture card. It's so stupid. So that's unfortunate.
You should be fine though. I played the game without copying my data.
Yeah. And
it's not impossible. It's harder.
You don't miss anything in the story, right, guys?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
As long as that's
literally
the
just
case.
to copy over some of the stats and things that you've gotten from the first one.
Yeah, but like I said, it won't help you in the beginning. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not too worried about the beginning, but I imagine it'll be fun nonetheless.
I'll give you a tip: don't upgrade anybody in the first party except the main character. Because the rest of them are kind of useless, and like the more chapters you can get with them at lower levels, probably the better.
Keep that in mind.
Good Fire Emblem.
No, but I honestly like Path of Radiance is my it is one of my favorite games. I don't know if I think I may so far. I think, you know what? No, I'm not going to say until I finish the game. Once I finish the game, then I'll say what I really think. But anyway, still a really good game.
Yeah,
great.
And I'm just put it out there. If you are a deep Fire Emblem fan, even a new one, it's still worth it to try it out. Unless, it's hard for you to get one.
Yeah, that's like the biggest
budget
speed bump.
might stop you.
Yeah.
It might stop you. But if you're a real fan,
If you're a real Fire Emblem fan, you'll get the game.
Now look at James. He's a prime example. He's a great exemplary.
Maybe. Not the best
it's
idea.
only $306 right now on Amazon.
If you want it new.
If you want it new. I only got it used, though. But hey, I got everything, the manual and the case, so I'll feel good about that. Feel good about that.
I told you my brother had lost my disc, my original disc.
Wait, no, what?
The Path of Radiance.
No.
Back forever ago.
Really?
He lost my disc. I still had the case and the booklet. He took it out to put in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and never saw that copy since. So I made him go halvesies with me and buy another copy of the disc, but it was still like $25 for me and him, so $50 used at the time.
Jeez,
just the disc. So.
Well, hey, you got it now.
Yeah, I had to re-get it because it's so good.
But anyway, that's what I've been playing.
Well, I guess that'll do it for us this week, folks. We've talked a lot about lots of stuff. Before we end the episode, just like to say thanks for joining us and listening to the episode. Your support means a lot.
Yeah, and I'd like to give a shout out to Skylar, our co-host, for composing our intro music and the outro music. He's a very, very, very talented dude. You can check out his SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/SkyTower with a 5.
And I'd like to shout out to our patrons, Chris, Chase, and Ratmvp. As always, your support means a ton, and if you want to join them in supporting the show, head to patreon.com/Nintensity. You can check out some of the rewards, like getting these episodes a little bit early.
And I'd like to invite you to join our Discord community. We're trying to set up a fun place for people to visit and hang out. Head to nintendo.com/Discord to join us today. You can join in on our Melee discussions and various other cardboard-related topics.
Cardboard!
Robobobos. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning into the Virtual Boys podcast this week. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on iTunes and share the show with your friends. I'd like to remind you to check out our website at nintensity.com, where you can find news, show notes, and so much more. This week's episode and show notes are available at nintend.city/EP84. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye, you good people.